Hello everybody. I would like to show you one of my newest purchases this month and where I'm very proud of. First of all, apologies for the bad setting, but this is quite large and my setup is like for filming something in close-up, so I had to improvise. So this is an aluminium case with 300 alcohol markers from the Action. It is by Décotime, that's the brand. So I was looking for alcohol markers. I had some alcohol markers from the Action. It was packed with 3 markers in one pack, so I bought whatever I could find. But I ran out, and then I was replacing them by the Winsor & Newton Pro markers because I thought they were going to last me a little bit longer, but unfortunately they ran out very quickly as well. So I was looking for a budget brand again, because what I do with them, I just color in like a base for coloring pages. I'm not trying to blend very professionally. I'm not using marker paper. I just do it for fun, for coloring. So for my opinion, if you're using the cheap ones or the very high-end alcohol markers, for what I'm doing with them, it's like actually quite the same. If they're juicy and not dried, it's actually okay for me. So this is like an aluminium suitcase. So I'm going to try to flip this over. So it is actually very steady. It's quite heavy as well. So I was also looking for a storage system because you have to store alcohol markers flat, so not straight. And I was looking for some racks on Amazon, and it was like 25 euros for one storage, and it's like for 30 markers. So I was like, okay, I need a different approach. And then I saw this on Google with my search options that the Action had only online an aluminium case with alcohol markers. So I thought I will give this a try, and then I have also a storage way for the alcohol markers. Now, if you put the suitcase flat, they are straight, so not the way you have to store them. But if you flip the case on his side, you have the perfect way to store them. So these are the 300 alcohol markers from Décotime. So again, you cannot buy this in the Action store. Physically, you have to buy them online. This costed me a little bit less than 80 euros for 300 markers. So I couldn't find on Amazon a better price for like these markers. I've seen that there are a lot of brands which has the same numbers and names of the markers, and I think they are pretty much the same, but this is from the brand twinmarker. So I thought, okay, I have 300 markers. If I run out one color, I have like 2 or 3 options that are pretty close to the color that ran out. So I have a lot of options. And also, if I want to replace them by the Winsor & Newton Pro markers, they fit in here as well. I will find an alcohol marker by Winsor & Newton. So these are the Winsor & Newton markers, and like you see, they fit perfectly. So you can always replace them by another one and use this case for the replacements. If you are lucky, you can find these colors again in the Action, but yeah, you cannot buy them separately. You cannot buy the 3 packs online, so you have to be lucky when you are visiting the Action. So the plan is to replace them by another brand. The Winsor & Newton are like €3.20 in Europe. I know in the US they are a lot more expensive. So yeah, that's the only brand I know I can buy separately. Also the Copics, but I think they are so pricey, so that wasn't an option for what I was doing with them. So I swatched all these colors also. And I have like a little book. It's the Color Charge Color Collection Edition by Yasmin Ebdahan. I bought this one on Amazon. It has also Amazon paper. And it's like just a very simple book with swatches you can use. So these are the swatches from the set. I swatched them in the order they came in. I don't have the patience to correct all the reds by reds. It's pretty much okay. So these are the swatches. It starts from black to the grays. You have green gray, blue gray, all the grays. Then the purples are so a nice collection of purples, because that is always a problem I find. Then we'll go to the reds and the pinks. So you see a lot of choices. Then we go from the pinks into the browns and the skin tones. So skin tones perfectly for the ones who likes them. From the skin tones we're going to the oranges, to the orange yellow ones. And from the yellow to the yellow greens, greens, blue greens. Then we're going to the, how do you call this, like brown green. Then the ochre, ochre yellow, ochre browns. Then we're going to the dark blues, the blues, purple blues. And then we're going into the turquoise. And then I don't know what this is. I think this is like a type of milky whites with a shine of pink, a shine of orange. I think that's why they are separately. So these are the 300 markers I swatched. I tried to color with them. I was familiar with them, but they changed a little bit of the packaging, so I wanted to see if they were completely the same. So on one side you have the brush nib, and on one side you have the fine nib. So these are all brush tips. The fine point is very sturdy, so you can use a lot of pressure on these. I am quite heavy-handed, so for me, I have to be careful with brush tips. They always break. You don't have any tips to replace them. I also don't know if you can use other brands' nibs on these. I haven't tried it. And then on the other side, you have the brush tip, and they are very fragile, so you have to make sure not to put a lot of pressure on these. My other pens, which are completely empty, I destroyed a lot of tips, so I'm going to try to be a little bit more careful. So yeah, that's it. The storage system, so you have an aluminium case, and you also have like a foamy what is this, inside, so if you transport the markers, that they don't make a very loud noise, so that's good. And the storage system itself, it's like 6 trays with alcohol markers. So if you don't like the suitcase, you can always pick these trays out and you can store them flat on top of your desk. So for the ones who like to see their markers, you can always do that. I think the storage system is also available in the Action itself, or it is like a small tray, I don't know, but there is a storage system for you can buy separately. So you have the option, or you can leave them in the case, or you can pick this one out and put them flat on top of on your desk. You can always store them in a drawer, but then they don't lay flat for the ink flow. So they recommend to storage them like this, because then the ink flow is the same in both sides. If you do like this and you want to use this side, this one is going to dry up very quickly. So these are the alcohol markers from the Action by Décotime Crafts. If you have any further questions, please let me know in the comments. If you want any links, I don't know if the ones from the US can buy this as well. Everybody who can buy in the Action, like France, I think Belgium, Holland, Germany, they can do it for sure, and all the rest maybe online, I don't know. I can find out if you have interested. So thank you for watching, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a comment so other people can find this as well. Have a nice day. Bye bye.